have a little Bill Baxter story. My grandmother told this often. Bill and my dad were off, getting into mischief, and a fire started out behind the house. Burned down the back 40. Fire department was called. 2 smoky, singed kids showed up. We didn't do anything. Grandma covered for them. Now it's Bill Baxter's turn.
Your mother got the story all wrong.
Oh, yeah?
It wasn't the back 40. We went up behind the town site, all woods. I don't know what we're doing. We guess we must have been lighting matches or something. Pretty soon that place was lit right up. We have a fellow in town by the name of Ivan Braun, who was a wrestler, but in those days he was also the Cushman bacon driver. He came in and he put the fire out, and obviously we were guilty. Most of the people in the neighborhood figured that Gus and I would grow up to be a couple of criminals the way we act. But then they were very surprised when we turned out a little better than that, believe me. But the story is true, there was a fire. And I really think Gus did it. One day Gus and Tommy Sandstrom, another one of our cohorts, must have been in high school, I think, Gus, went up hunting back in the woods and took the guns, of course. And pretty soon I heard this bang. Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. I think he pulverized the deer right there. First deer they'd ever shot, right? Then there's a time that Gus and I and a fellow from New Hampshire who had moved into our neighborhood, Red Snyder, were going skiing down on this little hill down near the mill. And of course, Red, being from New Hampshire, he was a better skier than us, but anyhow. We saw this piece of wire sticking out at the bottom of the hill, so we said, geez, let's pull that up a little bit so Red can catch his feet under it, and he did. He was mad as the devil. But he didn't brag about his skiing anymore after that. Gus, I told you we had a little get-together with some of our classmates about 2 weeks ago. And I don't know if you remember, but I'm going to tell the story anyhow. We had a party at Gus's house, and we were playing Spin the Bottle, and I'm sure most of you have played Spin the Bottle. And Gus spun the bottle, and it pointed to Norma Meigs, and I asked Norma 2 weeks ago, can I tell that story? And she says, no, you cannot. So I can't tell you the story, but what happened? When it landed on Norma, Gus makes a grab for her. Her dress goes right up over her head, and she walks out of the house like hell. I don't know how long before she spoke to you after that. That was another true story. And I know I haven't, you've heard of Jesse James and Robin the Trains and things like that. Well, Gus and I never did that. We were down in front of the mill one day because the tracks were right there in front of the gate with the guard inside. And we found ourselves a big rock, and we put it on the track. And Lehman Blaisdell come out of the shack and says, boys, you can't do that. And we looked at him, why? Well, he says, you know, his train comes along, it's going to wreck the train. Oh, okay. So we walked off and we looked at each other and said, what the hell do you think we're trying to do? True story, Gus? Well, I really can't think of many other things that we did. Except the day we had the BB guns out. There were a bunch of kids around, and we got them cornered in the garage, and we wouldn't let them out. I don't know what happened to Gus, but my father, when he came home and heard about it, tacked mine right up to the beam down cellar, and I never used it again. But we really did. We had some great times, and a lot of stories that I really can't tell you. Like the one about Norma Meigs. Now I've got to go back and tell Norma I didn't keep my word on that, you know. She knows better. Okay, then one time I can remember Gus was out back of Bucksport riding his bike. And as he was riding along, he could see something up ahead and couldn't quite figure out what it was. And as he got closer, he realized it was a girl. And then he realized she didn't have any clothes on. So he stopped and he says, would you like a ride? And she says, sure. He said, well, hop on. So she hopped on. They start pedaling, and finally she turns around and she says, you haven't noticed that I don't have any clothes on. And Gus says, you haven't noticed this is a girl's bicycle.